Hi everyone, I hope this finds you happy and healthy and safe wherever you are. Welcome to our immigration update. It's been a while since we've released a video, so here we go. There's lots to talk about. First of all, the states, since the 1st of July 2021, have been releasing their occupation lists, and the latest in the last week has been New South Wales, both the occupation lists for the 190 and the 491 subclasses. As many of you know, the 190 is a pathway to be nominated by state through points-tested skilled migration to obtain permanent residence. New South Wales has put a lot of occupations back on its list that they took off last year at the height of COVID, and some of those occupations are restaurant manager, childcare centre manager, and many more. So I think many of you will be interested in those, and indeed we've already started helping clients to apply for them. Something that's really important to be aware of is that if you have already applied for and been granted a 494 regional employer-sponsored visa, that you are then not able to apply for a 190 for the next 3 years. So it is important when you're making those immigration decisions to weigh up the possibilities. Please do note, however, that in this budget year from 2021 to 2022, the government has placed increasing focus on employer sponsorship, and therefore there are more places available for employer sponsorship, whether that's the 494, the 482, going to the 186, and so on. For those of you who are currently holding a bridging visa for a 407 training visa, you might be interested to know that you can actually apply for the 482 even from the bridging visa that you currently hold, if you have already accumulated enough years of work experience. And I'm very excited that we have some clients recently, for example in the area of childcare, who have gone from their 485 to a 407 training visa. Some of them have been able to apply then for the 494 from that training visa, or even without having had that training visa granted, because they actually were able to accumulate the 3 years experience they needed for the 494. And others have applied, for example, for a 482. For example, we had a client who is an accountant who just recently applied for that, a 482, having applied for the 407 training visa. But because training visas are taking so long to be finalised at the moment, they were able to accumulate the experience they needed whilst waiting for that visa, and then apply for the 482, and now they're on the pathway to being able to be sponsored after 3 years on the 482 by that same employer for permanent residence on the 186 visa. So there are so many pathways available actually, and so many options available to those of you who are here onshore. Those of you who are offshore, we're very much hoping that we may have more news of borders opening towards the end of this year potentially, dependent upon vaccine rollout and many other factors. So back to skilled occupation lists, South Australia has also released theirs, as have the majority of other states. Western Australia, the occupation of restaurant manager, for example, is on the Western Australian state nomination occupation list for even those who have not actually studied in Western Australia. So it's worth taking a look at that. All of this information is available on our social media. Please have a look at that. We're on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and so on. So please take a look at that, and we will provide you with more immigration updates very shortly. Thank you.